It's not helpful to Susan Lee, though, is it, day one, to have the two steers going at each other in the paddock next door?
I'm not going to get anatomical about it.
Dan Team called it.
But look, you're the commentator, so I'll leave that to you. But we're going to continue to focus on a standard of living that has been in free fall for Australians, an economy that is not growing, that's not serving Australians. We need to focus on productivity because that's the key to prosperity, and we will do that. And you'll see that.
What about the timing of this day one of First Parliament? Well, it's not really helpful for Susan Lee.
Again, you're the commentator, but my focus is going to continue to be on those things I've talked about, and also a government that is letting Australians down when it comes to our military. I mean, this is the most uncertain time since the Second World War. The Prime Minister himself has said that. And yet we see a government that is heading us down the pathway of what Aspie calls a paper defence force. That's completely unsatisfactory.
The retired Navy chief who's leading Donald Trump's push to acquire more ships and subs, he's described as noticeably fickle Australia's approach to AUKUS. Does he have a basis to make that point?
Well, I can assure you that the opposition's position on AUKUS is not fickle at all. It is complete and utter commitment to what is an incredibly important initiative, both Tranche 1 and Tranche 2, the nuclear submarines, as well as the associated technologies.
The government's backed it strongly too, though, from the get-go.
Backing it means not just rhetoric. It also means making the financial commitments and the other commitments necessary for it to succeed. And I don't see that, Kieran. We've got a government that is underfunding the Defence Force. Experts say that across the board. We've seen Aspie say that in recent months. And I don't think this government...
You can fund AUKUS, but if you let other things slide, is that your point? That they're funding AUKUS but not other things?
The total funding envelope right now for our Defence Force is not enough. And we are told that constantly by experts. We've been told that by Aspie in recent times. They say we are heading towards having a paper ADF. And sadly, that is not good enough. We need to do better.
But Australia's not fickle, are we, on defence?
The opposition's not fickle, that's for sure. I worry that the government, I think it's not just me worried, I think every expert looking at this is making these comments. They're deeply worried that we're not on our way to having the Defence Force we need in such an uncertain time. We've got authoritarian regimes around the world flexing their muscles.
The Dutch defence official just in the last 48 hours was saying he wants Australia to get on board with what NATO's doing.
Sure.
Is 3.5%? Is that
well, we definitely need to increase our defence spending. We need to spend that money better indeed. And we've made a commitment already to get to 3% at least, and that is exactly what the government should be doing. They're not. I mean, and this is the only way we're going to be able to have the Defence Force we need, the people we need, the technologies we need, the missile technologies, the drone technologies, alongside the nuclear submarines that the government says they're committed to. The truth is that commitment's got to translate to real commitments in funding, in support for AUKUS and other critical initiatives for the military.
We've got to go, but question time's about 40 minutes away. It is, when you're in the Parliament, it's a reminder of how big that win was for Labor. Sure. How does it feel there, such a small group of coalition MPs?
Well, it's disappointing, obviously, and we've got a lot of work to do. It's disappointing not just for us, but for our supporters and those who voted for us, and we've got to do better, and that's the work that we're doing now.
The start of the climb, I guess. Yeah. All right, Angus Taylor, thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Coming up next.